welcome back. This is Lorenzo. I just wanted to go over with you guys today my top 5 wish list for figures that aren't but should be. There's a few figures that I've had in the back of my mind that I'm just kind of waiting for somebody to create them so that I can buy them, whether it be the mass manufacturers like Hot Toys, Sideshow, and such, or private figure makers that are willing to do limited batches of these guys. The first one here is, and they're in no particular order, Zorg from Fifth Element. Now, I've already had 2 different versions of Lilu that I custom made myself. Granted, it would be great for them to have the entire series of Fifth Element figures, but let's just start with Zorg. I think that'd be a great one to add to my collection. I'm sure maybe if I had enough effort, I can mod it myself, but somebody please create this for me. This next one, along the same lines, Korben. I do have a custom of him that I made, but I'm not happy with it. This one pictured I found on the internet, and it looks cool. I wouldn't mind having the exact same figure, but obviously some accessories to go with it, and yeah, it'd be a great figure to have, especially along with the Zorg and my Lilu that I already have. This next one, Bishop from Aliens. So I have the 2 versions of Ripley. I have the alien figure from the first film. I even have the little girl from the second film. I don't have the Marines, any of the Marines that Hot Toys came out with a few years ago, but I would love to have a Bishop figure. I've seen probably 2 or 3 different versions of his head, and I haven't been happy with any of them enough to buy it and make my own figure with it, but definitely Hot Toys should take a look at this. They've already got the licensing for the Aliens films. Maybe the issue is that they don't have the authorization from him to reproduce his likeness. If that's the case, then fine. Let's push it off to the Koreans or Chinese, because they don't worry about those concerns anyway when they make their figures. So, yeah, that'd be another nice one to have. This next one, Sloth from the Goonies, cult classic film, one of my top 5 films of all time. I could do without the other characters from the movie, but this guy is a pop culture icon from the 80s, and I need this figure. Probably my number 1 wish list figure would be him, and it would be hard to mod him because the head sculpt is pretty unique, so I can't fake it pretty much. But great figure. Come with the pirate hat, maybe a Baby Ruth bar, a sword. There's a lot of options for accessorizing it too. But yeah, definitely a big item on my to buy list if it ever comes out. All right, this next one, Morpheus from the Matrix. Now, anything can happen over the next few months because, as we know, Hot Toys got the license for the Matrix, and they're coming out with Neo next year. So we can assume that they can also do Morpheus and Trinity, maybe an Agent Smith. They could take it anywhere. They could do the twins. But I think if they were to go in order of priority, obviously Neo's the main character, fine. Knock him out, done. The next one behind that would probably be a toss-up between Morpheus and Trinity. I'm not sure. I'd say they're about head and head right now. But I've seen a few Morpheus figures, custom ones, pop up on eBay and forums for sale every so often, and it's hard because they're pretty expensive when they do come out. It's hard to customize a figure like this because the head's no problem, the suit not necessarily a problem, but that jacket, I've try to find just the jacket alone, and it's tough. So I definitely want this figure here. All right, I already kind of mentioned her, but yeah, Trinity. Now this figure here came out a while back with two different versions. One in real world raggedy clothing and one in the Matrix clothing. Both of them were really bad. I mean, basic head sculpts, the quality of the clothing, not even close to being good. If Hot Toys does proceed further with the Matrix line, obviously Trinity would be next up, if not, as previously mentioned, Morpheus. Now, finishing off the list is Go-Go from Kill Bill. Now, there's a few, probably two mainstream versions of Uma Thurman from the film that are out there that were mass-produced. Both of them were pretty decent. I did end up getting one and also getting a custom head sculpt done that was a little bit better quality and putting it on that body. But pretty decent job that they did with the metal sword and everything. I also was able to secure a custom Lucy Liu, but this girl has a little bit more going on to be able to piece together a figure with. I have yet to find a head sculpt that comes close to resembling her. There's quite a few female Asian heads that are on eBay, for instance, and there's some slight variations in each, but none of them come really close when you combine the facial features and the hairstyle. As far as the schoolgirl outfit, I have seen a few versions of that as well, but nothing that matches the plaid. I guess the plaid skirt is the toughest thing to find. There's plaid skirts out there, but not that color. The socks, pretty easy to find. Shoes, pretty easy to find. I could probably piece together that ball that she has. You just get a necklace from Michaels and then customize the rest. But if we could have a figure of her, that would complete my set, my Kill Bill set, as far as I'm concerned. It'd be great. And that finishes off my top 5 wish list for figures that should be but aren't.